Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, but not good night. The intention of this video is to compare B2 and C1 listening multiple choice interview. Most important difference is that in B2, the interviewer is making questions to one person. And in the multiple choice, there are three options, A, B, or C. However, in C1, the interview is to two people, a woman and a man. And in the multiple choice, you do not have three choices, but four, from A to D. And of course, in both, the recording is non-stop. C1 is a bit more longer than B2. In order to compare, let's listen to a B2 example.
This evening, in our series Careers with a Difference, our guest is Rachel Reed, who works for a small commercial art gallery. Rachel, welcome.
Hello.
Rachel, what exactly do you do?
Well, there's two great things about working for a really small company. Firstly, you get to do a bit of everything. The other is that you can practically invent your job title. Mine is marketing manager, although I do a lot of other things too. It does describe the majority of what I do.
Now stop the recording, read the script in order to analyze it better. C is the correct one because it says that her job title, it is appropriate for most of the work she does. And then she says, her title is marketing manager. It does describe the majority of what I do. A, it makes her feel more important than she is. Nothing of this is mentioned. B, it gives people the wrong idea about her work. Nothing is mentioned. Let's compare it to C1. First of all, let's listen to it.
Today we're looking at careers in journalism. My guests are Jenny Langdon and Peter Sharples, both regular columnists on major publications. Jenny, you made your name really young, didn't you?
Relatively, yes. I was a raw recruit on the local paper when a scandal broke concerning a celebrity living nearby. Out of the blue, I found myself with a scoop on my hands. Basically, I found the guy, interviewed him, then hid him someplace where reporters on rival papers wouldn't find him. When the story broke next day, the editorial team had actually cobbled the front page story together from my notes, but it was attributed to me by name. Before I knew what was happening, I'd been headhunted by a national daily. It was a turning point, all right, but I can hardly claim it as a shrewd career move or anything.
First of all, let's see the correct answer, C. She wasn't actually responsible for the finished article, as it says. Their editorial team had actually cobbled the front page story together from my notes, but it was attributed to my name. So her team, from her notes, had written the article. Let's see the rest. She had been on the outlook for just such a lucky break. However, she mentions that it was out of the blue, and it was absolutely unexpected. She resented colleagues trying to take the credit for it. No, because it was attributed to her. She asked for a more prestigious job on the strength of it. There wasn't. It was a turning point, all right, but I can hardly claim it as a shrewd career move or anything. Her career stayed more or less the same. So, as you see, we are dealing with multiple choices, and when we're dealing with multiple choices, their technique are always more or less the same. So it's all about practice and learning the technique to spot the correct answer. We have already learned it for the B2 exam. So it's an expansion of the technique that we already know. Hope I've helped you understand the difference in this exercise between B2 and C1. Bye.